Well, welcome. Hello, everyone. It's me, Coach Carmen, the Kingdom Health, Purpose, and Wealth Coach, founder of sharingthebliss.com. Welcome to day number 8 of the 12 days of Bliss-mas. So happy to have you here. Yes, we're moving right along, and it's super exciting. I am so excited about part 2 of the Sacred Self-Care training, actually, or teaching that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So we're back with Sacred Self-Care. I was telling you that the Sacred Self-Care intensive that I share with my Healed Whole Body and Soul clients, it's so intensive, no pun intended, but it's so deep and it's so involved that it's a 2-part training. So the book is very full of so much information because there's a lot that we need to know about sacred self-care, about how to create our own wellness treatments and wellness remedies for everything from being able to sleep better to actually, gosh, you name it, dealing with any type of female issues you may have going on, or even other internal issues that you may be dealing with, and you want to take a holistic approach that you can do yourself first before you have no choice but to take medicine, right? So we want to be proactive when it comes to our bodies, our temples. We want to do everything we can to better, to heal ourselves and to live better and to be able to be self-reliant when it comes to our health. Things have changed so much. When my grandmother was around, I mean, that was the thing. Well, when she was young, she was taught these different types of treatments and how to go into the field and know the different herbs and plants to pull up and to use their roots and to create different treatments for whatever ailed her and her family, right? So her mother learned that, taught her that. And when my parents moved to New York City from South Carolina, they left all of that behind. In fact, that generation that moved to the north from the south, they really didn't want to have much to do with home remedies. They wanted to be able to take their children to the doctor. Like, that was the more sophisticated thing to do. And it was more old fashioned to have a pantry full of herbs. It's like, no, you're supposed to take your children to the doctor. The funny thing is, though, when me and my siblings, when we had an issue that the doctors could not help, my mother and father would drive to South Carolina and leave us with my grandmother. And that's what happened to me. I was born with eczema, and so my parents drove to South Carolina, and they had my grandmother treat my eczema when I was a baby. I mean, everything from urine to all kinds of things she used to calm my red, burning, irritated little fat rolls I had. Oh, it was like all these creases with eczema in there. So it, so they knew what to do when the going got really tough, and the doctors did not know what to do. When my sister Darlene, when my sister Darlene broke she broke her arm, my grandmother was the one that helped to get her arm moving again, because she had a very severe broken arm as a child, playing Superman, jumping off the chair. And my grandmother knew how to, they took her to the hospital. She had stitches. They gave her a cast, but they didn't do physical therapy like they do now. So if my grandmother didn't know any better, she would have left my sister the way it was, and her arm would have never stretched out. But she knew to massage her with whatever mixtures that she used to go in there and to loosen up the the tendons and all, and she would massage and she would keep stretching my sister's arm until my sister was able to move again. But I'm just saying this, and I'm sure you all have stories of your family who you have someone in your family, right? An auntie an or a grandmother or a great grandmother that knew how to heal thyself and heal thy family, right? Very important to know. So today, if you weren't here yesterday, we actually talked about 5 different remedies. I really want you to go back to that video and listen to that one, because there was some really, really good information that I was sharing with you that I think we should all know. And many of those remedies, most all of them, you have in your kitchen, or it's easily accessible for you. And they are amazing how great they work. So today I want to share with you something I call liquid nutrition. Liquid nutrition is part of the sacred self-care, because liquid nutrition is something that we can always go back to when we need some healing, some cleansing, and some building up of healthy cells. When we feel like we are depleted, liquid nutrition is amazing. Liquid nutrition is the best way to get to your healthy weight when you really have to do it, right? And you're playing around with trying to take in less calories and eat healthier, but the pounds aren't going off. They're not coming off of you because you're not being radical enough. But this is a radical that is doable, and it is actually after a while your body receives it. Like, well, your body's receiving it immediately because your body knows when something is good, right? But your soul receives it, and you're okay with the fact that you're just drinking liquids. You're just ingesting liquids. You're not chewing anything. You're not eating anything solid. And beloved, if you have a waist issue, if your waistline is 10 inches or even 8, but especially 10 or more inches wider than it should be, then this is something you want to consider. Of course, you're going to sign up for the 28-day body and soul detox, but this is something that you can do right now, and you can always know you can go back to it. Liquid nutrition. Even if it's just for 7 days, just do liquid nutrition, but you want to know how to do it. So for me, liquid nutrition is putting only nutritious elements in your body, everything that's good, only good, but it's in liquid form. So of course, my healing infusions is something that you would want to consider, because these teas are certified organic. And they are absolutely amazing. They do, I like what Coach Denise says, they do what they say they're going to do. I think Coach Cynthia said that too. They do what they say they're going to do. Nerve tonic, right here, will calm your nerves, right? Detox blend will help you to detox your body for sure. Inner beauty will make you beautiful. I'm telling you, when I drink inner beauty tea, what happens is my skin starts to exfoliate, and so the dead skin just starts to, like, I could just tell, because I could see my texture is changing on my skin, and I just have that type of skin where I my skin will get dull, like if I don't drink drink enough water or give myself enough nutrition, I could see it in my skin. I don't know if that has something to do with the fact that I was born with eczema or whatever, but things show up. My inner terrain shows up on the outside with me. And I know that when I drink the inner beauty tea, my nails grow. My hair is stronger. My skin looks smoother. It's amazing. So that's one of the teas I like to drink every single day. It's liquid vitamins. And if you're not a vitamin taker, like I don't like vitamins because they're so hard for me to swallow. That's why I'm so grateful to the Lord that I don't have to take medication, because that would be horrible if I had to take pills every day. But I do need supplementation. So just to throw this in, what I realized, I'm sure the Holy Spirit gave me this wisdom there are other options. If you don't want to take liquid, if you don't want to swallow a big pill, or a pill that gets stuck down your throat and stuck right here, and you have to drink all this water and it's like stuck there. Don't you hate that? Oh, I hate that. It really bothers me. So what I learned was that there's different options. There's chewables for adults. So of course, you have your gummies, but you see this gummy, this is D3, which is a very important vitamin for everyone, especially people of color. Us brown folks, we need vitamin D. So you see that? It says certified organic and non-GMO. I don't sell this. I don't get any credit for showing it to you. But the fact that it's a chewable, it only has natural sugars in it, and it's and it's certified organic and non-GMO, to me is very important. So I have a few of these, several of these that I buy, and I can chew them, and it's almost like candy, which is great. It's from Mega Foods, Mega Food, right? So that I love, and I also have some that I actually purchased from Amazon that you can chew. They're like little flat discs, but they're chewable and they're enjoyable. So you just want to make sure that try to find the vitamins that are organic if you can, and chewables if you have issues with swallowing pills. But again, the healing infusions, we have something for whatever ails you, which is a beautiful thing. And the good thing too about the healing infusions is that you can drink them cold, you can drink them hot with lemon and honey, or you can drink them without any sweetener, which is really the best way if you're trying to lose weight, get to your healthy weight. You want to drink the tea without any sweetener at all, even if it's a healthy sweetener. It's still sugar, and it's best to try to avoid as much sugar as possible if you are trying to lose weight, right? And I can go into why, and I do that during the detox, really break it down, what's going on in our inner terrain when we're trying to get rid of the microorganisms that are living in the fat cells in our stomach, in our, around our waistline. So that's another story, but we'll talk about it during the detox. Okay. All right. So the other thing I wanted to tell you about before I show you this new line of liquid nutrition that I found. Actually, it was a YouTube video, a YouTube ad. In fact, they do a lot of YouTube ads. I'm sure you'll probably be familiar with the product when I show it to you. But before I go there, I just wanted to mention some other things that we can use as liquid nutrition. There's so many things. One thing that's really important is aloe vera. So aloe vera gel is best. Aloe vera gel is like amazing. It does so many great things for the body, and it's just a nice supplement to have. So what's great about the aloe vera is you can put the aloe vera in your smoothies. You can put the aloe vera gel in your juices. So you can drink the aloe vera, or you can take shots of aloe vera gel. I prefer the gel because it's gelatinous, which means that it helps to lubricate your joints, and it gives you more pliability in your arteries, which is great, right? So we can always use that lubrication internally. The other thing is with the shots, all you have to do is, if you have some juice, you make some juice, or if you don't have juice freshly made, you can always go to the health food store and buy some, or the supermarket, buy some organic grape juice. And it's good to have some organic grape juice in your refrigerator anyway, because remember I was talking to you, I don't know, maybe day 2 when we were talking about the miraculous. I was saying how taking communion is something that we may want to consider to do on a daily basis. So you want to have your grape juice. You want to have your organic grape juice on the ready for that as well. But what you can do is just take a shot glass, or just a glass, and just use maybe, I would say probably like 2 tablespoons, if that much, of aloe vera gel, and then fill it up. I would say like a quarter of a cup of your juice. Mix it up and kick it back, because that is it's just a great way of getting the aloe vera in there quickly, right? So we want to be able to use this liquid nutrition as a time saver as well. So we are not having to prepare food. We are actually just drinking our nutrition, and it does save a lot of time. So that's another Benny. If you're busy, consider the liquid nutrition as a time saver. The other liquid nutrition that's extremely important is, what was I going to say? So many things, but this one I wanted to talk about, sea moss. Sea moss is another way of lubricating your internal organs and and all of your joints. So if you have issues with cracky joints, or your joints are, you just have problems with your joints, you want to consider definitely the sea moss. And sea moss, you can make it yourself. Now there's a lot of people who are selling pre-made sea moss, already cleaned. The sea moss is already clean and gelatinized so that you can use it. Sea moss is everything. And I know that so many people are becoming familiar with sea moss, right? So what's great about it is that it's a seaweed. So that alone, it's full of vitamins and minerals. So in taking it internally, it's a great supplementation. But you can, oh my goodness, there's so many things you can do with it. It makes a beautiful mask for your skin. But we're talking about liquid nutrition. So the fact that you can add it to your smoothies and add it to your juices is great. I also make puddings out of it. So, and that's something like if you're doing a liquid nutrition and you just want to have something semi-solid, you can create puddings with the sea moss, with some with beautiful fruit. Just put some fresh or frozen fruit in your food processor, and then add your sea moss in there. And if you need to sweeten it up a little more, you can use some vanilla stevia or something like that, and mix it up, and you have a beautiful, almost like a jello, which is great. So let's see. Let me talk to you about this product that I found that I was so happy about. And when I saw it on YouTube, the ad, it definitely caught my attention because it's certified organic. It has all of the good stuff that is important to have in your products. You want to you want to have those seals. You want to know that it's certified organic, it's non-GMO. Very important that you don't have all those pesticides and poisons in your food. But the name of the company is called Your Super. And as I said, you've probably seen their ads on YouTube because they have quite a few ads. It's a couple from, I think they're from Sweden or Denmark, I forgot. But it's a young couple, a blonde, a woman, and her husband. Her husband had developed cancer. He was a professional golfer or tennis player, and he developed cancer in his 20s. And she created these, she started mixing up all these superfoods to give him to heal him. And it actually put his cancer into remission. He's been healthy ever since. And somehow they got the money together to actually package these products. And they created this whole brand that's amazing, I have to say. So impressed by them, so impressed by their how their products are derived, and they make sure that they source out their products in such a wonderful way, and the fact that they are so conscious about the environment. But the ingredients. So I ordered, this one was called, oh gosh, which package was this? Man, I forgot. I'll let you know. I'll write it down below. But it came with golden mellow, which is primarily turmeric and a lot of other spices in here. And this one you drink at night primarily because it calms you. It's called golden mellow, and you can make a frothy hot drink, a latte out of it, and it's very tasty. You can add a little honey to it if you like, and then you make it with non-dairy milk. So whatever non-dairy milk you like, you heat it up and you just add mellow, the golden mellow to it, and it's loaded with so many nutritional superfoods in here. It just goes on, and I really love it. So it also came with magic mushroom. So I was like, magic mushroom. But then when I read what was in it, the ashwagandha and the lucoma and the cinnamon and the reishi mushroom, but it also has cacao powder. So that's the first ingredient. So it's actually chocolate. It has a chocolate taste. So in the morning, I heat up my soy milk, and then I add a teaspoon of this in the soy milk. And sometimes I just add a little more water just so I don't have so much milk in there. And I put it in my NutriBullet. It froths up and it makes a really nice, hot, frothy chocolate drink. Oh, I also add stevia. I add my chocolate stevia into this to make it sweeter. And this is the magic mushroom, right? The other product that comes in this particular kit is the Forever Beautiful. So this is very much like my Inner Beauty tea, but this has the superfoods in here. It has the chia seeds, the acai, and the maca and blueberries and some other things in here that is just a great way of getting superfoods that's going to make you beautiful from the inside out. So what I do with this to make it quick for myself, now you can add this to your smoothies and your juices, but what I also do is I just put a teaspoon in water. And this is my drinking vessel of choice. A quart of a mason jar quart. I like to drink my water in a mason jar quart because I know that I'm going to get a flushing. And I'm not sipping it. So what I like to do is I like to gulp like 12 gulps. And if I do that 4 times, no more than 4, maybe 3.5 times, this is gone. So that's how you want to drink your water. You want to gulp it and get it down and flush it down. So that was a little less than 12. It was 12, but I didn't take super big gulps because I don't want to be coughing just in case. Like, because this has all the seeds in there. It has the chia seeds and everything. It's not just plain water. But anyway, so this is a good way to drink the Forever Beauty. But it's also how I drink my Inner Beauty tea. I make my Inner Beauty tea, and then and it's also this color. And my Inner Beauty tea is a beautiful red because it has hibiscus in it, which is a great vitamin C drink. It has a lot of vitamin C in hibiscus, right? So this is how I like to drink the Forever Beauty, but you can also add it to your juices and smoothie. Then the fourth and last Your Super blend that came in my kit was the Super Green. So of course the Super Green has all types of super greens in here, and some of them include wheatgrass, barley grass, and moringa, and spirulina, chlorella, and biobab. I never heard of biobab, but yes. So I'm happy that it has the spirulina in there. It has the barley grass in here. And again, I don't sell these. You can buy them. Well, you can go to yoursuper.com and order them, and you can order them individually too, but we're talking about liquid nutrition, so I just wanted to share with you some of the options for liquid nutrition. Now, believe me, if you're taking you're turning all these into some type of a drink. You got your inner beauty tea, you have your detox tea, you have the other blends that I mentioned to you earlier. You are going to have so much liquid in you, you're probably not even going to want to have too much solid food. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Right? So actually, when I went to school to get my certification as a holistic health coach, integrative nutrition coach, um, there was something that the founder of the company would always say, and well, two things. One of the things he taught was bio individuality, and that we're different. Each of us are different. That's why it's so important for you to know what's good for you. What's good for me may not be good for you, right? It's very important to know that we are all bio individuals. One person can smoke cigarettes for all their lives and never get cancer, and then someone else could have just smoked or never smoked at all and end up with lung cancer. So that's important. The other thing that he said that was great was that he talked about crowding out. So I wasn't really that fond of that concept, the way they were teaching it, that if you still eat all the stuff that you were eating before, even though it's not healthy, but eat more healthy stuff and crowd out that other stuff. To me, like, if you're sick, you don't have time for that. You need to clean out your body and detox, okay? That's my take on it. But as far as the liquid nutrition is concerned, what you're doing is you're crowding out the hunger. The more liquid nutrition you are ingesting, the less hungry you're going to be. And especially with something like the green, your super green, that chlorella and the spirulina in that blend will totally curb your appetite. Now, you can add this, any of your green mixes, you can add them to your water, to your smoothies or juices. But if you don't have time to even make a smoothie or juice, what I'm going to start doing with the green, I'm going to start to, and you can buy you can buy the plain spirulina powder if you like. We definitely encourage our detoxers to purchase spirulina liquid powder. And I have something called mermaid tea. I didn't even tell you about that, but you can use this to make mermaid tea. I'll tell you about it right now, actually. Okay, so mermaid tea is something that I came up with, the concept of making a tea that mermaids would probably drink, if you're into that. But you know what? Mermaids are real. That's not some, like, what do you call it? Some uh, mystical, ethereal something that's not real. It is real. I've done a little research about mermaids and mermen, and they are real. God created uh, a creature that looks part human and that lives in the sea. And yeah, in fact, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but we're having conversations, and sometimes stuff that has nothing to do with what you're talking about comes up, and you want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Well, indulge me, and maybe you're interested. But Barnum and Bailey, someone had found a merman, and in the sea, and captured it. And there was a whole documentary about these people who had witnessed them, found them, seen them, and they did all this, like all these excavations in the sea to try to find them, and they showed some footage. Anyway, Bonham and Bailey had a merman, and because sometimes you may live in a country that don't want people to know everything that's going on, because maybe they shouldn't know certain things because they're like God, right? And they can tell you what you should know and what you shouldn't know. That's why they hide things like alien what do you call it, activities and things going on in the sky. But they burnt down the whole, they had everything set up for the show that was going to happen, and they were preparing for the show, and they were so excited. They were promoting the fact that they have this merman that they found, and somehow that whole building that they had all of their artifacts and all was burnt down. Yeah, it was burnt down, so it was never seen. Getting back to the subject about mermaid tea. So mermaid tea basically is any type of powdered green. We usually talk about spirulina, but you can use something like this, your super that's full of powdered super greens, superfood. And you add that to some tea. So you're going to make mint tea, right? So you make your mint tea and you let it cool. So I like to make the mint tea in the evening. So, you just steep your mint tea. And again, it's nice to use this, or even you can even just use a pint size because it can be concentrated. Put it in the refrigerator after it steeps. That morning, take that tea, pour it in your blender, and then add another cup, or another maybe 4 cups or so of water, and then, or even more, it doesn't matter. Then you take yourself like a quarter of a lemon and put the lemon. You can put the whole lemon in there because you can strain it, but the quarter of a lemon, but you can put the skin in there as well. But the reason why I like to take the skin out is because sometimes it doesn't break up that well and it's very, very bitter. So I'll take the skin off, but I will leave the white pith, because the white pith is where so much nutrition is in that white pith. It's in the lemon itself, but the white pith has a lot of it. So I just put that in the blender as well. And then I'll take me like a half a teaspoon of some powdered green. And I use the spirulina, but like I said, you could use this. And blend it all up. And that's your mermaid tea. And it curbs your appetite, but it's so nutritious, so good for you. So that's the way you can drink something like this without having to put it in a smoothie or a juice or your juice. You just actually make something like this. Add lemon to it. You're not adding any sweet. And you just drink it. There's so much more I could share with you about liquid nutrition. In fact, I actually wrote a guidebook that I never finished it. It's just about finished, and I'm going to be giving that out as a gift where, for those, you can opt in and you can get the liquid nutrition guidebook. But I also have a guidebook called Sacred Self-Care, which is called a 7-day experience. It's free also. Now that will be ready by my birthday, which is Sunday, because that's when we're having the launch of my website. So the website, it will be launched on Sunday. Pray with me, because there's a lot in that website. I'm working on that for 1.5 years on my new website. So I closed down the old one. I have the new one, and it is amazing. It's beautiful. You're going to love it, love it, love it. And there's a lot of free things in there. And one of them, like I said, it's a 7-day experience, Sacred Self-Care. And for 7 days, it takes you through a 7-day experience of the spiritual work, the inner work, the food, the rest, the baths. It's beautiful. I'm so excited about sharing that with you. So that's going to be a freebie that will be available on the 19th. What I would like for you to do, my loves, is to please be sure to subscribe to Sharing the Bliss, youtube.com/Sharing the Bliss, because that is going to be a very important part of getting this information out to those like you who and like me who, they want a faith-based support system for spirit, soul, and body. Spirit, soul, and body. Faith-based. And that's what we offer. So please subscribe, and also like the business page, facebook.com/Coach Carmen for you. I would show you show it to you here, but I wrote it wrong. I wrote Coach Car. That's my Gmail account. It's actually Coach Carmen #4 letter U. Coach Carmen for you. Facebook.com/Coach Carmen for you. If you could like that business page, because I'm going to be putting a lot more on there and a lot less on my personal page in terms of wellness and what I do. And lastly, if you are interested in the Heal Whole Body and Soul program or the 28-day Body and Soul Detox that's starting in January, message me or call the office at 718-273-9772. I still have a little time available for private transformation activation calls, complimentary, where you fill out my health and wellness assessment form and we get you prepared for the new year, right? Giving you the suggestions of what would be best for you to consider to get you ready for the new year. Amen. Amen. So love you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Please share. Let your family and friends know about the 12 days of Bliss-mas and the previous videos. Yeah. All right. Okay. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.